Like, shockingly so. I am starting to feel cold. We'll go and have a snooze in just a moment. Let's go and grab a quick kip. Aavak, do you play with a group or yourself only? Somehow I found that playing this co-op is loads more fun. I do play solo, mate. I do play solo. But I have seen a lot of streamers playing it co-op, and it does look super fun. Generally speaking, there's very few games that aren't more fun with friends, I find. There is talk on the Dabbling Discord of... Well, we've got a Valheim chat channel, and people are organizing games together, but there is talk of getting a larger server up in the coming days on the weekend. Weaponizing bees sounds like Bee-Man from Graveyard Keeper. It kind of is. Kind of is. I'm glad to see you play this game. I played the current build to death and made a video of my huge stone town because it will likely be lost to a server wipe eventually. Yeah, I imagine. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. I haven't gotten to stone making yet. I've only defeated the second boss so far. Butters Ray, thank you very much for the gift sub there. That's really, really kind of you. It's your first gift sub on the channel, no less. My lord, please put plenty of love in chat for Butters Ray. That was really, really kind of you. Thank you. Why not explore more instead of building? Because I'm building first. That is, you know, that isn't me giving you a sarcastic answer. That's actually just literally the reason I decided to do one instead of the other. There was very, very little further thought put into that decision. Though, that being said, we are getting hit by the swamp quite a lot, and I am a little bit concerned about leaving without having decent defenses set up. I don't want to come back to a ruined town. That would kind of suck. But mostly, it was just because I decided to do this first. The last stream we did a fair chunky bit of sailing around. Looking around the coastline is... Did a boar just kill itself on my spikes? I definitely heard a boar just get messed up though. I wonder, could I set up a trap fence? Ooh, now that is an interesting idea. A completely passive hunting method in the meadows. Considering how many animals are out here. Could I set up a trap fence of spikes and just wait? I mean, in nature, you create a fence that funnels the enemy, the prey into a trap. A spike trap or a cage trap or something like that. But here we could just literally make a spiked fence and see if animals just walk into them. I don't know. Are animals smart enough not to? Well, I don't see wherever that ball was. Olympic Poop, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the community. And your first gift sub as well. Straight out of the gate with 5. My goodness, thank you so much. That is incredibly, incredibly kind of you. Incredibly kind. Butters Ray gifted you a sub, and you're paying that that generosity forward. That was incredibly kind of you. Thank you. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Your base doesn't get raided if you're not remotely close. Oh, now that is important info, because I was told that that did happen. That's very, very good info. Thank you. Because as I mentioned, I was under the impression that your base could be raided while you were away. That does change a little bit about my plans. Still, now I've started tearing my crafts workshop down. And grab some stamina drinks. Chop up my stamina again. Actually, I should top back up my health pots too. And the mead. And the meat. Serpent stew. Yeah, that needs to continue to stay there. Still very much day. How are the carrots doing? Ready to pick. There we go. See, it's so tempting to make enormous fields of carrots. The thing with that, though, is that while this game doesn't have like mechanics of needing to water your crops like Stardew, that's the big reason not to have mega fields in Stardew. Is because the amount of time you're then going to have to commit to maintaining those crops is astronomical. But you still have to plant them, and planting is not exactly super convenient right now. It does take a bit of finagling to do. Let's get some seed carrots down. I'm just going to do a plain old grid this time instead of trapezoids or diamonds or anything like that. 7 more. Can I fit one over there, or will the fence start messing with it? I don't know. Let's try. And then one above there should do. Tonk. Done and done. Some more meat. Off topic, my kitten demands attention. See you soon. Take care. Oh, that's a very, very nice distraction there. Right, let's get all of this down. I'm not sure if undermining something gives you the same amount of resources back as usual, so I'm going to try and avoid doing that until I've emptied the chests. Slowly pulling all of this back. We're going to have so much better of an organised inventory system after this. I promise it's going to be worth it. Wow, that height's heavy as well. Lions are attacking the peasantry side. Man. That is an oldie. An oldie but a goodie. Out of curiosity, though, for those of you who get the reference there, do you prefer... Which of the strongholds do you prefer? And I include in this all of the strongholds, including legends. I count the kind of quote-unquote expansions as their own game. So, for example, Crusader is different from just Stronghold. And, of course, the 2s and the 3s and so on and so forth. Crusader is Bay. Well, I got the feeling that when you were quoting Crusader that it might have been the case. In general, oh no, I took out one of my palisades. In general, how does everyone else feel about Crusader? Sorry, yeah, Crusader. About the Stronghold. Oh wow, I messed up the floor in there, didn't I? Going to need to try and level that up. There we go. There as well. There we go. Much better. What's my streaming schedule? Don't have one. No schedule. What I feel like is basically the schedule. And so it really depends on the game. If, like this, I really, 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 really enjoy the game, then the schedule is very frequent. And if I'm more into a game that I'm currently Let's Playing, that is for my my main YouTube channel, then it's a bit less frequent. It all depends, though. I know that's such a non-answer answer, but it is the only answer, sadly. I just find the schedules tend to just be an exercise in disappointment in many cases. Yoink. Alright. Now then, the rest of this can just come down. Then we can flatten out the ground and begin planning our craft hall expansion proper. And because I'm going to be ultra lazy, like I mean ultra lazy, we're going to do this in the fastest way possible. All of this is now just wood. Can I not pull that down? Huh. Oh. Forge. Right. Well, that is a bit vexing. So I need 6 copper, 4 stone. Sadly, I have to go to get dinner started. Take care, Aavak. Later, chat. Oh, take care. I hope you have a wonderful dinner. Oh, I'm missing coal. Because I'm a derp. Drug myself all the way over here. And I didn't even have all the things I needed. What bosses is Aavak beating at this point in the game? 2. I've beating the Elder and Ichthir twice. Both. Alright, time for us to pull all of this apart and let the whole structure fall down on itself. Now, this will take care of its own problems now. Slowly, in stages, but it will take care of its own problems. Is there a building limit? No, as far as I'm aware, not. Outside of the requirements to use crafting benches and stuff, so there is a limit in that you have to be near a crafting bench. And I believe in a multiplayer setting, you can also use totems to effectively cordon off areas. So people can't build or use doors within proximity of the totem you built. But functionally, no. And with a map this gigantic, you're not going to have any problems. You're really not. That whole Black Forest area, we really need to explore that more. I also badly want to know what's going on over here. Our ship is currently down in this direction. You can use a portal to get over there. But I want to sail around the islands that we're aware of and fully explore their perimeters, their shorelines. And from that, we should get a fair bit more, more information. What exists at the edge of the disc? I have no idea. No idea. There are serpents in the water, though. I like the idea that the snake at the root of Yggdrasil is gonna gobble up any ships that fall off the edge. As far as I'm aware, you know, true to Norse mythology, this is a disc, and that you can fall off, as far as I'm aware, if you sail to the edges. What you'll see if you do that, I have no idea. We will find out. We will find out, though. We might pitch off the edge of the disc, and we'll see giant elephants on top of the back of a turtle, keeping the disc aloft. We might see a giant serpent. We might see also things. But one thing to be aware of is Valheim is separate from Yggdrasil. In the lore of the game, Valheim has been completely isolated. Odin, when he struck down his foes and defeated them, he sent them to Valheim. And we're going to have to pick this down, I think. Then he snapped the bows that were, which were basically the branches of Yggdrasil that were holding Valheim, and isolated it completely, and then let it drift into the void. He completely broke it away from the world tree, and that's why, without the gods watching this place, that his enemies, those who could not be slain, and that's why he exiled them here. They can't die. That's why their heads still talk. Now I've mounted them on my wall. They were able to gain in power. They grew strong outside the gaze of the gods. There we go. That's a nice big flat area now. So you're saying he flipped the coin that is Valheim into space? Yes, pretty much. So are we heads or tails then? It depends. That depends entirely. I forget. Is it called Dark City? That film, with where oh man, to describe the film is to describe the plot, and if someone hasn't seen that film, it is absolutely 100% worth seeing. But effectively has a city on a disc. Not the Dark Tower. It's a film. It's just a movie. As far as I'm aware, it's not based on a book. Yeah, people live in the city, but it's basically a flat disc. It's a really creepy film. Fantastic, though. Is it called Dark City? Yeah, with Richard O'Brien. Riff Raff from Rocky Horror. It's an amazing film. If you haven't seen it, 100% recommended. 100% recommended. Check it out. It is such a weird film. Not quite weird to the same extent as Rocky Horror. That's like, okay. So if we're gonna go with a quote unquote stimulant analogy, Rocky Horror is let's say Dark City is LSD. Rocky Horror is everything, all at once. But it's definitely up there in that you have to be on something to write this, to come up with the idea of this film, to pen the screenplay. There needs to be substances involved. Some things just don't happen in a normal mind. In a neurotypical, not completely whacked out on stimulant mind, certain things just don't happen. Then to pitch the movie, yeah. How would you even explain this movie? So yeah, I've got an idea for a movie. I need some money. Okay, what's the movie? Well, it's a long story. I can only imagine that meeting though. All the heads of the studios like, so you want to do a movie? Okay, what's it about? Well, but it is fantastic. It is definitely a cult classic movie. 100% recommend. If you haven't seen it, to find it and to watch it. It is glorious. All right then, I think we're about ready to start work. Hopefully now I've got enough. There is enough area of effect here for me to be within the area of these two, no matter where I'm working. I'm gonna build this out. It's gonna be big. This is gonna be a much increased building. Like the size of this is gonna be significantly larger. Let's start. Do I have enough stone? I'm going to pick up some stone because I want to raise this out. It's not going to be a square. I've made too many square buildings so far. And while square is quite common in buildings for a good reason, it's a pretty structurally sound shape. No. You must have something more interesting. 4. We need to raise the land. And for now, I just need to bring this out a bit. I'm doing it like this, not because I want it to be a massive cliff face, but just because this is much more efficient on my consumption of stone. And I'm not super stone rich at the moment, so I need to be a little bit careful. I need to pretend like I care. Man, this is going to be a pain in the bum to pick down, though. Yes, it will. Let's see. How much can I flatten this out? See that little dip there? So frustrating. Yeah, okay. Time to pick. Understanding the mechanism by which you can manipulate the terrain is such an important skill in this game. I feel that a lot of people have been really frustrated, especially with the leveling tool, because some things it just can't level, and it doesn't really do a good job of explaining how to get it to do what you want. Thankfully, games like Worm Online have taught me a lot about flattening and building up ridges on a mesh world. This does feel like a mesh. Really, that tiny little dip there? That's vexing. The stone stocks are too low. Yep. I see there is a Discworld discussion going on in chat. So, further to the question I posed earlier about Crusader Kings. Not Crusader Kings, my lord. See, the problem is that Crusade is now in my head. And so it's gonna keep coming up, and I'm gonna keep using the wrong name. But, Stronghold. Following along with that, since people are talking about Discworld and Pratchett's work, what's your favourite Discworld book? Now, I expect some degree of disagreement on this one, because there are some amazing books. Well, they're all pretty amazing, actually. But there's significantly more variance in people's favourites, I find, in Discworld. Like, a lot of people have different favourites, so I'm expecting great things. That may be a little bit too low now. Let me see if I can raise that back up. Can I get that raised? Sort of. Sort of. It doesn't need to be perfectly raised. It just needs to be raised enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Right, let's have a look. Night Watch and Small Gods. Mort was pretty good. Wizard Wars. You just like Rincewind. Fair enough. Hogfather. Hogfather's a pretty popular one, I think. I think Hogfather is probably one of the most read ones. The book where the falling angel meets the rising angel. Okay. Refer to my previous comment. Night Watch. Yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot of Night Watches in here. I love the Color of Magic books. Again, that's actually another popular one. Would I say that was a well-read one? Like, not necessarily fans of Pratchett or necessarily fans of Discworld read it. I think so. I think there's probably quite a few people who've read that one who haven't necessarily read all of it. Casa streaming Stardew Valley. The final episode of Graveyard Keeper is live, and now more Valheim. I need to get more monitors. I know, right? Sorry for making the choice difficult. If you are in Casa stream right now, though, I'm going to drop a shout out actually in chat. It's always a little bit more difficult because she has weird X's in her name. Have I got this right? Yes! Fantastic. Do say hello to her from me. Please, indeed, thank you. And if you aren't already following her, you absolutely should. What games do I also play? I play a variety of games. I'm a variety content creator. So between YouTube and streaming, I have covered everything from Dark Souls and Dark Souls likes to Tender Befriend, like Stardew Valley, and you know, much cuter versions of that, like Cloudcatcher, Yonder Cloudcatcher Chronicles. I play factory games like Factorio, Dyson Sphere. I really enjoy those sorts of logic games. I play real-time strategy. I play simulation and you know, light strategy like Two Point Hospital, that sort of stuff. I'm into all sorts of things. At the moment, I just finished a playthrough of Graveyard Keeper with all of the DLC over on YouTube. kind of a little bit sad that it's over. I always get a little bit sad when I finish a series. Speaking about books, it kind of feels like when you finish a book. It's like all of the friends and experiences that I've built up whilst playing through this game, and it's now come to an end. And it's kind of a little bit bittersweet. It's good, and it also feels bad at the same time. But I'm currently playing a long playthrough of Stardew Valley. I say a long playthrough. The playthrough itself isn't long, but it's going to be a long one because I'm going to be doing a lot of the content that is currently out. It's been a while since I've done a playthrough of Stardew Valley. I'm also playing a bit of Factorio, a bit of Dyson Sphere at present, a bit of RimWorld. So there's quite a lot of content over on YouTube. On stream, I'm playing at the moment, finishing off Dragon Quest Builders, Oxygen Not Included. I still want to get back to some Crusader Kings. I stream a bit of Civilization every now and again. And yeah, quite a lot of little bits and bobs.